Got the talented Canadian Lucia Stafford in the field. Katelyn TUOHY making an appearance at the 1,500 meters distance for the first time in a couple of years. Four-time NCAA champion Margot Appleton, the NCAA runner-up for Virginia. Mia Barnett from the University of Oregon. Simone PLOURDE, another Canadian stand-up Paris Olympian. See Anna Kemp-Bennett on the outside as well, former BYU standout. So on to the line they go. Riley Chamberlain also in the field wearing the current BYU jersey. A lot of BYU current and former athletes racing tonight throughout the program at the Sound Running Sunset Tour. The pace lights tonight set right at the 4-minute mark. And for the women, 4:01:50 is the World Championship qualifying standard.
And I think, Paul, this is going to be a super interesting race. Katelyn TUOHY finally appears to be back on course. And I think she's got an excellent shot to obliterate her 1,500 PR, which stands at 4:06:49 from 2 years ago. You also have Josette ANDREWS, who's about as hot an American long-distance runner as there is right now. She ran 14:25:37 at the Golden Gala in the 5,000, number 3 performer all-time U.S. And Margot APPLETON, who ran brilliantly at the NCAA's, finishing second and running 4:05:68, which I think is 4th on the all-time collegiate list. You can see Appleton, number 9, now moving her way up through the pack. So this is going to be not only is it going to be a fast race, it's going to be an extremely interesting strategic race, and Josette ANDREWS right there in second place, right behind the pace setter.
First of the two pace setters off the track, Josette ANDREWS in second, ahead of Chamberlain, and then PLOURDE and Stafford, the two Canadians. Christina ARAGON, third of the NCAA championships back in 2022 for Stanford. And there's Appleton in the chase mode, leading that second group that includes Barnett and TUOHY. There you see Katelyn TUOHY now moving up a spot in the order with 2 laps to go as they're coming up on 800 meters.
And again, this appears to be a break here, and Appleton, who you would have thought would have been up there near the front, is almost out of it when you consider the talent that's ahead of her. And Josette ANDREWS really running perhaps the best she has ever run in her career. But one thing about Josette ANDREWS, Paul, has never made a U.S. national outdoor team. And this year would be a great time to start. And she is certainly in the best physical condition she has ever been at this time of year, and looking terrific in this race so far.
As we mentioned, won that U.S. title, her first national title on the roads. The red lights that have just been illuminated is 3:57, and Josette now getting on to the top of that front of the green lights and starting to have a target. And those are those red lights, as she's the only one in the field with a sub-4-minute lifetime best. So trying to pull the rest of this field on to some career-changing times if they can stay with her as they head down the backstretch. Again, 4 minutes is where that green light is. Here comes Stafford on the outside challenging Chamberlain, but it is still ANDREWS with the lead with a half lap to run.
And she could be running really close to 3:57 or 3:58 here, Paul. And look at the turnover. One thing that illuminates those lights is the way that her legs are turning over so quickly. I mean, Josette ANDREWS, she's going to be tough to beat for anybody in this country at 5,000 meters, and darn well may be tough for anybody in this country to beat at 1,500. Look at her go.
Josette ANDREWS showing the speed that may lead her to a U.S. team at 5,000 meters, right on that 4-minute mark, and 4:00:10 is her winning time. She's run 3:59:72 earlier in her career. Riley Chamberlain, 4:02:03. That is a new lifetime best. PLOURDE, 4:02.91. That will be a lifetime best. And Stafford, just a shade off her lifetime best, 4:04.95. Great racing here at the front of the pack. As we look back, Katelyn TUOHY wound up in 6th in 4:08.35. As we'll look at the final run again.
And hats off to Riley Chamberlain, Paul. She did not have a great NCAA championship, and she bounced back in a big way. But look at Josette ANDREWS just driving. She was full of confidence in this race, controlled the race from the front, and did a marvelous job. But Riley Chamberlain, well done. A whole season of cross-country, indoor and outdoor track. As I mentioned, not a great NCAAs, and she bounces back really effectively here with a brilliant 4:02.93. And let's not forget Simone PLOURDE. That 4:02.91, a very, very classy mark. So a lot of really good running, but gosh, Josette ANDREWS is just right now in the prime of her career, and she is going to be a scary out for anybody at the USA National Championships. Has got to be the favorite, Paul, at 5,000 meters, has got to be at the National Championships.